Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. I welcome my new and existing subscribers. Welcome back to Vniks bags. So guys, today I'm going to be showing you how to make Leandra bag by Vniks. This is my latest bag pattern and I'm going to drop the link in the description so you can always get it from there. Also guys, make sure you watch this video till the end to get the full details. Leandra bag is a medium-sized bag and it's perfect for day-to-day essentials. So guys, let's dive straight into it. First of all, we're going to interface our main panel A with our interfacing F. We're going to leave 3/8 inches around the outer edges and the inner edges. Then I'm going to trace it out. Moving on, I'm going to apply glue on my interfacing and on my main panel to interface my main panel. Now I'm going to use my rulers to stretch it out. We're going to repeat the same process to the second side of the main panel. Moving on, next we're going to interface our base panel with our base interfacing. So guys, we're also going to leave 3/8 at all sides of our base. I'm going to mark it out. Then I'm going to apply my glue and interface the bottom of my bag. Next, we're going to place our base panel to mark out our purse fit points. After that, we're going to punch a hole through the marks to install our purse fit. Then we use duct tape to cover the front of our purse fit on the wrong side. Next, we're going to match one long edge of the base panel with the bottom edge of the main panel, right side together, and we're going to stitch with 1/4 sewing allowance. After that, we're going to open the panels to the right side and we're going to press on to top stitch on the base panel using 1/8 sewing allowance. We're going to repeat the same process to the second side of the base panel with the second side of our main panel. Now we're going to apply glue or DST on the outer edges of our main panel. After that, we're going to fold the edges over the interfacing. Now we're going to trim off the V-shaped poking edges at the corner of the main panel. Next, we're going to notch the inner edges without cutting the interfacing. After notching, we're going to apply glue to the inner edges and we're going to fold it over the interfacing. Guys, we're going to repeat the same process to the second side of the main panel. Now guys, we're moving to the flap panel. For the flap panel, we're going to measure 3/8 at the side and bottom edges, and we're going to measure 1/2 at the top edge. On our inner flap, we're going to measure 1/2 at the top straight edge, and we're going to cut the 1/2 line out. Moving on, we're going to place the exterior flap and the lining flap right side together. We're going to clip in place and we're going to stitch it with 3/8 sewing allowance, leaving the top edge open. Notch the bottom edge without cutting into the stitches. Now we're going to transfer the lines on our flap interfacing to our flap panel, and we're going to fold it in the shape to form the shape of the flap. After that, we're going to apply gum and put it inside our flap. Next, I'm going to press it in place, then I'm going to clip it to hold it down. Then I'm going to run a strip of DST on the long straight edge of the exterior flap, and I'm going to fold it downwards to meet the interior flap. Then I'm going to stitch along the side and the bottom edges with 1/8 sewing allowance. Next, we're going to sew our flap to our main panel. For our flap placement, we're going to mark 1.5 inch from under the cutout of our bag. Then you can use your clips to hold it, or you can use a marking pen to mark the point. Then you're going to top stitch it with 3/8 sewing allowance and 1/8 sewing allowance respectively. Next, we're going to measure 1 inch from the flap, and we're going to center it to get the position for our female lock. After installing our female lock, we're going to use our pattern piece F to install our male lock. Next, we use duct tape to cover the front. Also, if you are working with Decovil light, use main interfacing H to interface the main panel. Lining of the bag. First of all, we're going to be sewing our zipper overlay. I'm going to place it 1 inch from the top, and I'm going to center it from the side edges. After that, I'm going to top stitch around the out with 1/8 sewing allowance. Then I'm going to cut away the lining fabric inside the stitch rectangle, leaving about 1/4 fabric around. Moving on, we're going to take our zipper pocket panel and our zip right side up, and we're going to stitch with 1/4 sewing allowance. I'm going to repeat the same process to the second side of my zip and my zipper pocket. Next, I'm going to install my zipper pull. Moving on, we're going to center our inner zipper on our zipper window. After that, we're going to spread our zipper lining flat. Then I'm going to stitch around the inner window with 1/8 sewing allowance. Wrong side of the main lining, we're going to pull the inner zipper pocket, and we're going to stitch from top to bottom with 3/8 sewing allowance. I'm going to cut off the extra zipper pocket at the bottom. Now we're moving to the slip pocket. For our slip pocket, we're going to mark 1 inch on both long edges. After that, I'm going to run my DST on the 1 inch line, and I'm going to fold on the 1 inch line. I'm going to fold the slip pocket together and align the raw edges. Then we're going to stitch the raw edges with 1/8 sewing allowance. After that, we're going to draw a straight line on our slip pocket trim. We're going to draw a line at the middle. We're going to run DST on the line, and I'm going to use it to cover up the raw edges of my slip pocket. I'm going to clip that in place. Then I'm going to stop stitch it with 1/8 sewing allowance and cut off the excess trim. We're going to sew our slip pocket to our main lining. I'm going to measure 1 inch from the top, and I'm going to center it at the side edges. I'm going to use my clip to hold it down. Now I'm going to stitch the side edges and the bottom edge. To our main lining top. For our main lining top, we're going to interface it with our main lining interfacing. We're going to leave 3/8 inches at all the edges, both the outer and the inner edges. Including the bottom edge. The bottom edge will be aligned with the interfacing. Don't forget to click on the subscribe button if you're yet to subscribe to my channel to get more updates from me. And guys, I'm going to be posting premium updates, so make sure you're subscribed and your notification bell is on. We're going to apply gum to the outer edges, and we're going to fold it on the interfacing. We're going to trim off the V-shaped poking edges. We're going to make a notch inside, and make sure the notch doesn't get to the interfacing. We're going to apply our glue, and we're going to fold the inner edges over the interfacing. Also, we're going to repeat the same process to the second main lining top. Moving on, next we're going to stitch our main lining to our main lining top. We're going to align them right side together, and we're going to stitch with 1/4 sewing allowance. Then we're going to flip both panels open and top stitch on the main lining with 1/8 sewing allowance. We're going to repeat the same process to the second side. On the wrong side of the side panel, we're going to use our pattern piece K to indicate where to install our ring connector. We're going to punch a hole through and install our ring connector. Next, we're going to match the top edges of our side panel and the top edges of our side panel lining right side together, and we're going to stitch it with 1/4 sewing allowance. Then we're going to open the panels to the right side and top stitch with 1/8 sewing allowance. Moving on to our side frame, we're going to mark 1 inch on the long edge and 1 inch on the short edges. Apply glue or DST on the 1 inch line, then fold to meet the 1 inch, creating a V shape at the edges. Next, trim off the V-shape edges at the corner. Now guys, we are going to clip the side frame round the side panel. Then we are going to stitch with 1/8 sewing allowance. We're going to repeat the same step to the second side panel. Next, we are going to align the side panel and the main panel right side together. We're going to clip the side panel to the main lining under the main lining top, and we're going to stitch with 1/4 sewing allowance. That the raw edges of the side panel should be lining up with the main lining. And we're going to repeat the same process to the second side of our main lining. Finally guys, we're coming to the end of making this bag. It's time to assemble the whole bag. So guys, first of all, we're going to assemble the lining and the hand panel of the back side together. Next, we're going to stitch the inner edge of the back side. We are stitching the inner edge of the back side first. After that, we're going to stitch the inner edge of the other side. Then we're going to stitch the outer edges. When top stitching, you have to be very careful and take your time. And also, if you're using a flat bed, you can top stitch from the lining, from the main lining top up. Or if you're using a cylinder bed, you can top stitch from the main panel. And lastly, we're going to sew our side panel to the main panel. We're going to take our side panel frame and match it wrong side together, clip it in place, then we're going to stitch it round to both edges. you guys for watching this video. We've come to the end of making Leandra bag. Don't forget to click on the subscribe button if you're yet to subscribe to my channel, and also you can get the pattern link in the description. Thanks for watching. Have a lovely day ahead.